Like some people, if they were a big kid, they look back on their childhood and they're like, it was so hard, you know, people would bully me. And I was like, no, it was awesome. I love being a big kid. You know why? Because no one ever tried to kidnap me. Ever. And I would have been a perfect candidate, too, to get kidnapped. I loved candy. Loved it. I would have literally done anything for a Snickers bar. I loved rides in white vans. Who needs windows? Not me. But no one ever tried. It turns out kidnappers have a type. I didn't know that. And it's not little girls that look like the fat kid from the movie Bad Santa. They're like, no, thank you. I remember one time my mom forgot to pick me up from school. I was like 10 years old. And I went up to my teachers like, hey, my mom forgot to pick me up from school. And she was like, oh, well, you could just walk home. I was like, walk home? Isn't that dangerous? And she was like, you're good. You got this. What? Rude. I eventually joined the Girl Scouts to get in on that cookie game they were running. You guys call them Girl Guides here. We call them Girl Scouts. It's a very misleading name. I'm like, you guys call yourself the Girl Scouts, but why am I the only one here scouting girls? I don't understand. They're like, well, we don't understand why you only show up during cookie season. I was like, don't ask questions. My brothers were in the Boy Scouts, which was way, way, way more intense. They would get dropped off on like a mountaintop with like an egg and a match. And their troop leader would be like, we'll see you in 3 days. Bring back an elk. I was like, oh, I know, samesies. Ugh. Girl Scouts is hard too. Do you know how hard it is to sell something everybody wants? People keep knocking on my door. And in the States right now, there's like this controversy because like girls are wanting to be a part of Boy Scouts and they're trying to make it all one thing. And I'm like, listen, you don't get taught anything practical in the Boy Scouts. You don't. Like, how often are you gonna be lost on a mountain? Unless you're on the show, Naked and Afraid, it's not happening. I'm like, but being Girl Scouts, we were taught practical things. I got taught how to talk to girls, how to have sleepovers, how to eat cookies. They basically taught me how to be a lesbian.